Hello, everybody. My name is Scatter. Welcome back to Divine Journey 2. I'm back in the saddle. As I mentioned quite a few episodes ago now, I recorded a batch of episodes, but it is now about a week, a little bit more than about a week and a half actually since I recorded those. So I'm back. I've seen your comments and all that. Most of them were about things that I addressed on my own, like in the interim. But that's all good. It's all good. We're just making progress. We're improving. So one thing I did do, just because it was kind of copying the same thing I did before, I didn't see the point of doing it in an episode. But I built a whole nother excavator, and I found a coal vein out here, and so I have some of this. But I did actually just leave it running overnight, and I have a whole shitload of coal, and it's in the storage system over there. So I'm probably good on coal for a while. I have I think about 6,000 coal right now. So I think I'm probably good on it for a while, and I can always set it back up again here. So rather than making another excavator, I think I'm just going to move this one because copper is something that I think I'm going to need a lot of. And I did find a copper vein out here. I believe it's this one here. Yeah, so this is copper. There's a gold vein up on the hill as well. And I know I need a bunch of gold. But copper, I think, is going to be probably the main thing that I think is going to hold me back in the near future. But, I can always... we got silver, we got nickel, we got lead, we got tin. As long as we got the excavator, and we got all the time in the world, basically, I can get a full chest of the ore. And as far as YouTube is concerned, that's a 0-time process. So I think resource-wise, obviously it's not super convenient, but it's at least an option. But yeah, as far as coal goes, I've been turning a whole bunch of it into steel. I didn't really automate anything. Well, I mean, I guess in a way I did. I just put a hopper on top of this here, and so this uses the coal, the carbon to make steel, and puts it right back into the storage system, which is nothing really new there. But I did make about 10 stacks of steel, and I can always make some more. So yeah, the only other thing, so I've been using this energized smelter just because I'm not actually getting any ore coming into the automation. But I do want a second one. This one can be dedicated to ore doubling, and then I can have or specifically the ore doubling to then be smelted, and it's coming from, the excavators. But, ideally I would want more of those set up anyway, because just one kind of chain of machines there is not a whole lot. But regardless of anything, I'm going to need, for one reason or another, I'm going to need multiple enrichment chambers, right? But right now I want one mainly just to use just for random shit whenever I need to use it for stuff. So I got all the other stuff for it. These crystal growth accelerators, basically they're for the, as I showed before, you just throw things into the water and they accelerate it, but you can also just do that in the enrichment chamber. So I have no real reason to have those, so I'm not going to be remaking them until I need to make another enrichment chamber. I also just filled an HV capacitor for no reason in particular. That'll be easy to kind of expel back into the power system, should I so choose. But there's the enrichment chamber, and I can use that for basically anything I want. Funnily enough, with the coal, actually the best thing to do with the coal ore, besides the squeezer and the mechanical squeezer, which are way further down the line, the best thing is actually just the immersive engineering crusher. The enrichment chamber actually just doubles it, but the crusher, I guess it's not really a doubling, since if you mine it, you get more than one on average. But yeah, the crusher gives you 4, so that's very easily the best bang for the buck there. So, there's a whole hell of a lot of it. I have 1,200 there, and then 1,100 more ore, and I can always just flip on the excavator for the coal whenever I do end up needing some more. And, it's all good. So if each of these makes 4... call that 4,000, call that 5,000. I think it's a little bit more, but then each one of those can make each one can make 4 steel. That's still like 20,000 steel. I think we're, as far as coal for making steel goes, I think we're good. And as far as coal coke, I do have some here, and then I also have just this coke oven set up out here with the coal blocks, and then if need be in the future, I'll pump this out to a fluid trash can. I realize I don't need the creosote for much, but I just hate the idea of just throwing it away when it may end up being necessary, you know, hoarder mentality or whatever. But yeah, for right now, the tank is fine. In the future, I may need to put the fluid trash can in. But anyway, let's talk about the power situation, because if there's one thing that I've noticed about the having two excavators running, it's that they barely do. They basically just been running off this. You know, I think the diesel is good power, but I mean it's really hard to automate it at this stage. Like I would need a massive farm of wheat probably, and you know I don't think it's realistic. Like maybe it would be good, but I mean I think what's going to be much easier, if not more effective, is going to be the thermoelectric generator. So it's a compact machine, generates power when hot and cold liquids or solids are on opposite ends of it. So basically I just need to put hot stuff and cold stuff next to it, and you just get free power out of that. And it's about as much power as you can get out of a kinetic dynamo, as in not much, but you can put a lot of them next to each other. And if I'm not mistaken, the most efficient pattern would be like a checkerboard thing. In my head that works. Maybe there's like some sort of crazy thing. But in any case, you know, you can do something with it, and it works, right? It'll work pretty well. So yeah, that's going to be super cool. Actually, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, running them down in lines might be better, because then you don't have to lay down as much. You don't have to lay down as much cable to pull anything from them. In any case, do you know what though? It would look insanely cool if you had like one relay at the top, and then there were like 16 or 32 or however many cables like just running down from that into all of the things. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to make the thing first, and I need constant 10 plates. I need MV capacitors. I need vacuum tubes, and I need steel plates. So I've been making a little bit of this stuff. Oh, redstone, by the way, was the other thing I need to go out and find a vein of, because I'm really, really, really low on redstone. I have one here. You know, this is pretty much all I have, this in the ore. So I may actually have to go mining for some of that manually before I manage to get... Well, I mean, I'm sure if I look for long enough, I can find a vein of that. But anyway, yeah, just know that that's a huge priority. In any case, right, so the MV capacitor, that's an LV capacitor. So basically, a lot of different kinds of plates. So steel, electrum, copper plates for the coil, constantan, and then for this, it's Invar and nickel, which are both also pretty annoying to make. So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff, and I'm not insanely well prepared for this, I guess. The HV capacitor is not going to be much help right now. But I basically just need to make a lot of these, right? Because I think I want... If I set up a 4x4, that's going to be 8. So let's just say I want to have 8 of these. 8, I think, is a good... Let's maybe start with 4. Or maybe we can go for 8. Let's go for 8. Let's say fucking and go for 8. Because 8 is a good number to have. So I need to make 8 of these, and then 8 of these. And then 8 of these. Okay. So let me spend some time getting the materials for that. And I will be right back. All right, I want you guys to know this requires an absolutely ludicrous amount of copper, especially right after I talked about how much we're in need of copper. Yeah, we're far more in need of it now than we were. So, yeah, 8 of these is going to take 8 of these, which is going to take 64 of these, which is going to take 256 of these. So, I mean, it's not looking horrible, but it's not looking great. So I can put away some of this stuff here. The red swell. Yeah, I'll do sure. And then I need some sticks. One stack, I said. Thank you. And then one whole stack. And then all of those. The coils, and what am I missing here? Oh, steel ingots. Well, I have plenty of those, thankfully, for once. I'll take out a couple stacks. I might need it for something. I shouldn't need them for this. So then 8 LVs. And can I make any of these right now? No, because I don't have... Oh, any more treated wood on me. Okay, and the blocks of redstone and the electrum plates. Okay, well, none of this should be too difficult to get. Although I did think I had electrum plates. Is this electrum? Yeah, it is. So I should only need 16 of those to do what I want to do here, right? Yeah. And then I should just have to make some blocks of redstone, which is fine. 16 electrum. And I'm actually just going to make one of these and then hold off to... Or no, I'll make 2 and then I'll hold off to make the other ones for reasons that will become clear. So I'll need 4 of these, right? And then 2 redstone blocks. Which is not too bad, although I don't think I'm going to have enough redstone for this right off the bat. Might need to take a break to go get some more of that. And I didn't get the treated wood. I knew there was something else. So then just 16 more of those should be fine, which I don't have, but that's really easy to make because I have almost 1,000 buckets. I mean, it's like 700 buckets, but it's far too much creosote. So for right now, I'll make 2 of these, and then I should be able to make 2 of these. So thermoelectric generator. So the way that these work is you just place them down and you put something on either side. So it says, for now, the best type of fluids you can provide are lava and water, or alternatively, you can replace the water with ice or packed ice and the lava with yellorium blocks. Later, you can use pyrotheum and cryotheum. So that's fine, but not now, right? But alternatively, you can replace the water with ice. Oh, the fact that you can use all 4 sides means it will have to be a checkerboard thing, right? If they're in a line, then that doesn't work. Okay, but that's fine. So water with ice or packed ice and the lava with yellorium blocks. I want to do some tests, okay? And so the way that I'm going to do these tests, I've designed a test course. So first, I guess I want to compare... Well, the packed ice... Yeah, I actually do want to compare the packed ice because I'll compare the packed ice to water, right? And I'll just use lava as a baseline. Does that make sense? So I'll need a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. Do I actually have like a whole hell of a lot of lava kicking around? I bet I don't. I could probably just get some from the nether. I think I'll actually have to do that, embarrassingly. But I can just grab a bucket of water out here. Okay, well, do I really not have lava? I mean, I guess why would I, right? I'm not really using it for much. Anyway, so let me go grab some and I'll be right back. Okay, so here are the testing grounds that I've devised. I have a capacitor on the left and a capacitor on the right. They are both currently empty. I'm going to have my 2 thermoelectric generators here and here. Power should be able to be output from anywhere, I imagine, right? There's no UI or anything. Power input on the capacitors, of course. And so I'm comparing water to packed ice. So I'll have packed ice on the left and water on the right. And if these are the same, so these are going to fill up the capacitors, and I have these redstone contraptions, very simple contraptions, just to say how full they are. So basically, these torches light up when they're full. So whoever's torch lights up first, that means that generator is producing more power. So packed ice on the left, water on the right. They should both start at the same time when I put the lava in the middle. If I was smart, I would have made sure not to build this on a chunk border or something, but of course I'm not. But I guess it probably doesn't matter for anything. I mean, the redstone obviously is going to work, I think. And I mean, it's not a multi-block or anything, so it's probably fine. But anyway, without further ado, let's see which one of these is going to produce more power. So far, it's neither. I think, right? Oh, no, they are going. It's slow, but they're going. Okay, yeah, so it's not much power, which makes sense. So, I mean, I guess what I could do is just cut. I don't want to walk away just in case the loading kind of changes things a little bit. But, I mean, the fact that they're going this slow means I probably could just compare. You know what? I don't actually need to, because I can just tell that this one's faster because this hits 9,000. I can look over here, and it hasn't even hit 9,000 yet. Okay, so the redstone... That was a little bit anticlimactic, but you know what? I want to see this work anyway, so I'm going to go sleep, and I'm going to come back before it fills so I can see the torch work. Yeah, I don't know why I expected this to be like a photo finish with how slow these generators are going to be, but in any case. there you have it, folks. Ice is definitively colder than water. You heard it here first. All right, so I reset the test. I drained the capacitors. Turns out there's a little buffer in the thermoelectric generators, but of course that buffer is the same size in both, so they're still starting from the exact same base level. I have a block of yellorium here, which is just made from, the yellow right ore. It spawns in huge, like, vertical shaft veins. So I have, like 500 ore or something, so I don't mind using a bunch of it for this if it does end up being better than lava. The text of the quest, it says, like, replace water with packed ice and replace lava with this. So my gut feeling, if that's anything to go by, says this is going to be better than the lava. But let's just see for sure. There we go. 5,000. 5,000. Yeah. Almost out, unless something's really going wrong with the test. So the fastest thing is going to be yellorium and packed ice. Funny thing about packed ice is I don't actually have a way to make it. The froster, I guess, but I don't have access to that for a while. So I think I'm just going to have to go find some and mine it up with Silk Touch, which I can do quite easily, but it's a little bit of a pain. But there's snow biomes around. It's fine. I guess I'll just leave these going, and I can make the rest of the thermoelectric generators now. Well, yeah, I guess there's no reason to leave this going. I need these to make the thing. You don't need to see the torches again. And in case anybody is curious about my redstone magic, it's literally just this. I just put the slabs there so it wouldn't be confusing with one torch being on and one torch being off. Anyway, yeah, so I'll make the rest of the generators and then be back to set them up. Well, I was just on my way to go get some packed ice, and I thought I'd cut in because I mean, I kind of found Stonehenge, didn't I? Is this not Stonehenge? Block of coal? This feels like a trap. No. I guess it's not a trap, but cool. Maybe if I dig down, there's going to be more, but well, it could possibly be down there. I'll just go get some ice and meet you back home. Alright, so I think I have enough resources to get at least this initial thing set up. I do have some more yellorite being smelted because it does seem like it's going to be the best source of heat for this system for a nice while, but what I decided to do is just go underneath here and set them up down here. So this is just, my kind of thinking as to what's going to be not best, but effective. It's going to be effective, and that's what matters, right? So it might not be the best. I know, there's stuff in the Discord. There's like 3D stuff, but the thing I like about this is it's very expandable, right? Even if it uses a few more resources than it maybe otherwise would, it's very, very expandable. So I can just dig out to the right or to the, well, any direction really, but it you can just dig out whenever you need to expand it. So that's really nice. So I think we should be able to do something like this. So this is going to be packed ice. So they need to be opposite sides if I'm correct, right? So I really hope I was right about this working this way. So it would have to be packed ice there, which means that has to be that there, and then that has to be that there. It's like a puzzle almost, right? And in between, I think they can be anything, right? But then this has to be this, and then that has to be that, and then this has to be that, and then I think that's about it. Right, so that's the horizontal ones, I guess. Just making sure I didn't put anything really wrong in here. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. So that's that, and then there's going to be like basically another like checkerboard pattern offset from this. So you should be able to make like diagonal lines of the individual blocks, right? So then they can go there, and then there'll be one there, and then there, and there, and there. Yeah, so there's actually a nice little repeating pattern to this that I didn't realize initially. But I think that's everything. Right? I'm not missing any No, two there, two there, two there, two there, and there's no holes in the middle. Okay, so this should be all I need. And I have it set up to go into the bottom of the cube here. So hopefully that looks all connected up. And this is the one disadvantage to doing it this way, right? Is that I pretty much need to cover all of these. Like, not quite, but I pretty much need to cover all of them. So that's all of them, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this should be a lot more power. These are going to be generating what, like... I mean, like, even if it's only like 30 each, that's still 240. That's still like twice as much, or it's at least as much. I think it's a significant amount more than I was already getting from the water wheels and stuff. So just right now, so the diesel generator, I'm not making diesel, and it's off anyway. I have the kill switch on. So if you go ahead and take a look at this, I'm really not using power for much right now. But if I go and turn on one of the excavators, let's see how quickly. So it does still drain. I think part of the reason it, well, no, it would drain regardless, right? But it's still working fairly fast, right? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. And if you go and have a look here, that's pretty much not draining at all. Yeah, actually, I think I might be keeping up with that. No, that wouldn't make any sense, but it's draining pretty damn slowly. So I'm satisfied with that. I want to say it's still draining. Not 100% sure about that, but regardless, the point is, I mean, I'm running a hell of a lot of stuff. And let me just go kick on the coal one too, and that should start to drain even faster. I'm thinking, though, I might be limited by the connections to the thing, so this might not actually make anything run any faster. I wasn't worried about that because these chunks are claimed, but let's go check this out again. And I think I may need to upgrade cables if this isn't really draining to me. Yeah, I mean, so I guess this is just because I probably just need to upgrade some of this cabling. Because right now, yeah, because I mean, if the basic universal cable, 1.28 RF per tick, yeah, I mean, at least this should be, at least that one there, because that's a huge bottleneck right now. Like, going to these can be 1,000, but like if you're going to go run the excavators, that should be a little higher, right? Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some power distribution issues, but there should be a lot less power generation issues right now, so that's really, really good. So let's see. Immersive engineering, as far as this goes, like, there's not too much else, right? There's some of the weapons, which are cool, and I think I'll get to at some point, but right now, maybe not so much. Charging station, I don't think I need anything. Current transformer. That's cool, but not super necessary. Again, the mining drill is interesting, but, you know, again, with the excavators, I don't know if I'm going to need much. I think what I'm going to focus on going forward is going to be, I think I'm just going to have to focus on the upcoming stuff here. So I got exploration mostly done. I should make this Twilight Key just for the sake of finishing the quest line. But I don't really want to do that right now. Roots, I know I could finish up, but, you know, again, that can just be some tidying up I do later. But mechanism, and especially getting into AE2 some more than I currently am, that's going to be a huge thing. So I know, so for AE2, let me do this before I forget. Because power isn't really an issue now, at least it's not a huge issue, and I can always change this back if I change my mind. I want to stop this. Well, that's not what I meant to do, but it'll accomplish the same thing. I want to stop this from outputting, right? So right now, if I right click it, it's not outputting, and now it is, but now it's not. So basically I want to have it so whenever I make diesel, it just stays in that tank. And as a matter of fact, maybe, is this a stupid? Yeah, I mean, because if I need it, if I have it, yeah, I'll use this huge tank for it, and then so I'll whenever I make diesel, it'll just stay in there and it won't drain down to the pipes in the generator. And I'm gonna need that for some stuff in the future. So yeah, diesel, it's definitely necessary even if you don't use it for power generation, right? So I definitely want to get a little bit more of that made because I'm definitely behind on that. So that could just use some seeds right now, actually. And I probably can't use much of these modded seeds, unfortunately, but I'll at least throw in a stack of these into the squeezer. And yeah, the power in this is still going to drain, but I think that just eats up literally as much as it can. Otherwise, yeah, so just some of these AE2 machines are going to be good to go for next. And then, so this is how you make the pure Certus. You just need to grow some of the Certus dust, or even you can just throw a Certus quartz crystal directly into it, which is nice. So I'll just do a whole stack of them right now. I don't see much of a reason not to. I think I'm definitely going to end up using the pure Certus. So why not, right? And then we'll get some pure Certus out of that. We'll get some more from that. But the regular Certus, not super hard to come by. The inscriber and the charger are very important. And I guess I already have them in the bookmarks here, although I don't. Oh, there they are. So yeah, so inscriber, some fluix, one of these the energized Certus quartz, which that's from the biodiesel, and some sticky pistons and some steel plates. So that's not super hard to make. So let's just do that. I think I have some pistons here. I did make a bunch recently. Yeah. Okay. Well, I have 3. Maybe not plenty. I should have slime balls over here too. Yeah. So I believe it needed to be a sticky piston. And then one of the energized crystals, flux crystal, and then just 4 steel plates. And I made a bunch of those. Not sure if I have any of those right now. I thought I did, actually. Okay, there's one there. Fluix, I don't think so. Let's see. So the actual only way to make fluix, right, is to drop these into the water, and that needs to be the charged Certus, the quartz, and the redstone. But pure fluix is a little easier to make because you can make it out of fluix, right? Well, you make 2 of these. Yeah, so once you have any fluix, you can kind of exponentially grow them, which is nice, but the issue is you have to wait for it. And then the other issue... Oh, no, you can make them, you just have to make them in... Okay, yeah, that... It does work. And these... It's a complicated line, so I apologize. I'm kind of having a hard time keeping track of everything, but regardless, I don't think I have any fluix right now, so I will need to just make some more anyway. And let me just make sure that that's true before I go and do anything stupid. Do I have any fluix dust even? Fluix? No. Okay. Well, that's annoying, but it's okay. I do have some of this charged Certus. I have a fair bit of it. Honestly, I'm probably mostly limited by the redstone, which is kind of funny. But I'll once I get a charger, it'll be easier to make these. So I'll just get as much fluix as I can right now. So then just 12 more quartz, and then this should take just a second. Ender spider. Okay, I saw one of these earlier. Which is a lie. I didn't see it. I was killed by it when I was AFK, and I came back and I saw the death screen, and I had no idea what an ender spider was, but I guess now I do. Not really sure what its deal is, but I don't think I like it. Oh, yeah, I can just kind of climb, can't I? Yeah, the no fall damage from this armor is great. The armor itself, it's not lasting quite as long as I would like, because it is pretty expensive. However, I don't see it being a huge issue. It's not depleting that quickly, right? So I think it should be fine. But I should have everything now on me to make the inscriber, which is neat. So there we go there. and ender shards. Sure. And then the charger is the other thing I have to make. So is that going to be easy? Yeah, that's even easier. Is that the same? Wait, really? Just the charger? Wow, okay, just some steel and some of these. I expected that to be way more difficult. And actually, if you look here, no, it is. Okay, I thought the recipe was different than that. Well, I'm pleasantly surprised. Very excited to get started into AE2 for real. I know there's a lot of like really annoying microcrafting that's really hard to automate, so I'm just gonna have to make a bunch, just kind of pre-make, I guess, right? A bunch of stuff here. So there's all that. So I'll just stick these here for now. Maybe making multiple of these machines. Multiple inscribers definitely gonna have to make in the very near future, but maybe not very near, because I mean that's nice with auto crafting. I mean, we'll see. We'll see if I end up needing it. So pure Certus I need for a quest line here, and that's what I just threw in here. So there those are, and I can grab some more. Then, okay, so now it wants the circuits, right? So the circuits, so printed logic circuit, printed engineering circuit, printed silicon. So how do you get silicon in this mod pack? This is usually just made with sand. Silicon ore. Okay, smelting nether quartz dust or Certus quartz dust. Okay, so that's a lot nicer. So I will just make a whole bunch of this right now because quartz is really, really easy to come by, right? So I'll make as much of this as I can. I don't know if this is going to be the most efficient way to make the silicon. I imagine it's not too bad though, right? Like regardless, I don't know where the silicon ore is from. It's not in JEI. It's from Galactic Craft, so there's that. But yeah, other than that, you can crush sand. That actually might be way easier. And as far as that goes, I'm actually just going to throw a stack of sand into our crusher because I don't see much of a reason not to. So there you go. That's another really easy way to make silicon. So silicon, not going to be an issue, but the deal with this, if you've never seen it, is the inscriber is used to make pretty much everything related to the circuits, right? So the vanilla ones are what we're going to need. So the silicon press is going to be what we need the most because we need that for all of them. You just shape the silicon into it and then use some resource to press it into whatever you need, right? So calculation press is with Certus, logic press is with gold, engineering press is with diamond. And we're going to need to make all of those with the inscriber, right? So this is a very slightly different interface than what I remember seeing from it. But if you just look, for example, you just throw the silicon in with the silicon press. And there you go, printed silicon. And the really annoying thing about these is that you can't put in stacks of stuff. So we're going to need to get... oh, I'm going to have to move some stuff around because if I remember correctly, you can only insert here in the side, right? So you get out of here for a minute. I do have a hopper. So let me just try this. So the hopper is going into the side. If I put in 2 silicon, yeah, so this does work that way. And then a hopper in the top I may need later. If I need something for the bottom, I can just use a servo and some item ducts, which is totally fine. Let's just make a bunch of this right now. And we can just throw that in there. Yeah, I really don't understand the decision to not let you put stacks of items in here. It's the only machine I know of in any mod that doesn't let you put stacks of items in it like this. But, I mean, it is what it is. It's not super annoying, but it is a little annoying. But anyway, we're getting a little bit close to the end here. So I'll make this stuff in between, but just to show it, just for the sake of it, this is what comes next, right? So you get a logic press, right? Did I not just take these out? I thought I did. So you get the logic press, right? And now you need this goes... Maybe the press goes there, and then this goes here, and then... Right, so for the logic, it would be gold, which, you know, again, I don't have very much of, but I'll have to set up the... excavator. So yeah, so this... Right, okay, no, hang on. I'm so sorry. Okay, it's coming back. It's been like a year since I've done this, okay? The press, this is the exact same as the silicon, right? You just put the press there, the mold, the press. I mean, yeah, it's a press. And then you make this. What you do is you take this and you stick them together with a redstone. That's what that part is, right? That's how you do that. So really there's 3 steps involved in each like final circuit that you have to make. Right, there we go. And then these are just crafting components used for other stuff. So you can kind of see why it's a really annoying thing to do. But there it is. I'll do a bunch of it off camera here. And yeah, you know, we just need a bunch of them to get into A2, which hopefully next time we'll do in some substantive way. Maybe we'll actually get a storage bus set up to our drawer system. Maybe that's wishful thinking. But regardless, if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. And I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.